Hello, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to the SSF Romcast. We are still on season 13, but we are on episode 2. I am, as always in this season, Jessica Haynes, and I am joined by my co-host.
Emma Jackson. Hello. So, if you joined us last week, we talked about Dark, which was the first book in the Blood Moon Texas Shifters series. Season
Not
series. I'm
season,
still
it's a
doing it.
series.
Stop it. By Kat Kinney. And we have moved on. We are now ready to talk to you about book 2, which is, what is it called? Crave. That's the
Crave.
one. Yeah. I was
Mm.
just thinking Dallas because that's
Yeah.
is his book. So it's not Dallas,
Do-do,
it's
do-do.
Crave.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna talk about it without,
We're going to dive straight in.
yeah. We're not gonna drive straight in because we're like a little bit, obviously this is a new kind of format for us.
Yes.
So we're hoping that you maybe have picked up the books or at least like you've listened to all the episode and you're happy with hearing stuff that is about the ongoing kind of plot.
hmm
Um,
If you're
but
not, spoilers.
this is it. There's probably going to be spoilers from here on out because
Mm?
yeah, if you're only just coming into book 1, you're going to hear things about characters that are in the background, but you don't know. Now you know what's going to happen to
Yes, yeah.
them,
God
sort of
damn it.
thing.
Yeah. We have warned you. You have been warned.
Yeah.
Timely warning.
I think it kind of works though. Most of the time I find that just intrigues me. Like if I hear general stuff about a book, I don't tend to feel like, oh, that spoiled it. If I like the idea of what's going on, then I'll still want to see how it was kind of
How
how it
it
was
got
written,
there.
how it played
Hmm.
out. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like a trope thing, isn't it?
Mm.
Saying
Yes.
enemies to lovers is like, well, okay, we
Or are
know
they
that
enemies? Yeah.
but how? How do
Mm.
they go about fighting and whatnot? Um, yes. So we should. I think I mentioned in the last episode that Dallas would not have been my favorite to go to for the next
No.
next book. Um, how did you feel about him in the last one?
Oh, as in book one. Yeah, he
Mm,
would not have been my go-to at all.
yeah.
I don't,
Do
yeah, and I
you?
don't know why. I can't put my finger on what it is.
I know what it was.
Oh, do you know?
I know what I didn't
I
like
do.
about it. Yeah, I just didn't like him at all. And
Uh,
I'll be honest, at the beginning of this book, it was not looking favorable. And then
not promising.
he started to pull it back a bit, and then he had a bit of a dip again. And I think by the end I was like, okay, cool. You've had your arc kind of thing, but he's still not my favorite type of character, I think.
Okay. Yeah, no, I
I
can see. Yeah.
Yeah. I wondered if yeah, I was thinking about it because there's so the love interest is Lacey, who was
hmm
also mentioned in the last book. And she had a situationship. That's what the young kids are calling it these days, I
Is it?
believe.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, she was basically hooking up every month with Ethan,
Dallas's
just
brother.
to control
Mm.
her wolf. And the whole deal is that it's Dallas that accidentally turned her because he has like super werewolf sperm. So, because he's just special and
Yeah, he's
manly and
just that way.
masculine
Yeah.
like that.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, and they had like a teen romance when they were in high school, but he accidentally did he crossed the line that he shouldn't have crossed. Although that's a little bit ambiguous because they are allowed to sleep with humans. They
Well,
just
yeah,
have
this
to
is
do
it.
it.
It was just really problematic for them. So yeah, there were
Yeah.
times in the month where the super sperm isn't so super. It's more like average sperm.
Yeah.
So they're
But not
they're
for
all
him.
good.
No.
No, not for him. He is
He's got
a-okay.
super
A
viral
star
load.
star star spoon
Yeah.
sperm. Big
Sperm. But he
entire
wouldn't
month.
have known, I guess.
No,
So
no. At 17, you'd hope not. Well,
yeah.
unfortunately, they found out.
Yeah. And that did not go down well with everybody,
Yeah,
basically.
but yeah.
So Lacey's obviously been inadvertently turned into a werewolf, and wasn't warned. It's not like they'd had conversations.
No,
That's
no,
the gist I got. He hadn't
no, no, no,
confided in
no,
her
no. You're
about the
not. Yeah,
werewolfness.
no, no. You're not supposed to, are you? So that's
No.
and then yeah, her
Um,
world topsy turvy. Then
yeah. So she had to be kind of taken away from her mum. And they had to come up with like a story as to why that happened. I think the story was that she went with Dallas
yes, because they
to,
ship him to Canada because
yeah,
bad Dallas. No.
bad Dallas. He's again with the dad, Ben the
Yeah,
dad.
Dad's not being sold in the best of lights at
He's
the
not, he's
minute.
not. I've got theories about the dad I need to talk to you
Oh,
about actually.
oh, do that
Yeah,
later.
yeah, yeah. Because we can't, that really will be
Yeah,
pushing
that's
it.
totally messed up the system.
Um, yes. So he like beat the crap out of Dallas basically.
Yeah, God, yeah.
And yeah, they shipped him off. Lacey went to live with the family so she could get control of her wolf and all of that business and like I don't know, do like boot camp. It sounded like
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
Sophia.
yeah. The mum is kick-ass. She's like
Yeah,
G.I.
she
Jane,
really
isn't
is.
she?
Yeah, absolutely. You need to be with all of them,
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah,
all
seven
them
boys.
boys.
Nah,
Seriously.
ugh.
Um, yes. So he was away for like 4 years and he's come back and it's been what, another five, maybe? I don't
Yeah, something
know.
like that.
About that, isn't it? And he runs a restaurant that he's started like from the ground up. He's always been about the cooking and everything. Um, but obviously because there was this love story between him and Lacey, when he came back, so it was like there's some kind of impediment to them being together in the present,
Hmm.
which I did not find particularly clear as to
Yeah,
why. Did you gather why exactly
I
they
think it's
couldn't
to.
be?
I don't know. It seems to be that she doesn't want it to be as secret as it has to be. Because yeah, she with
Mm,
her mum, I think it was sort of sold
yes.
that they had a fantastic relationship before it happened, and
Yeah.
then this year destroyed that, and then they had
Mm,
to wipe mum's memories as well.
yeah. Yes,
So
they've
yeah,
definitely
mum has these
wiped.
moments. So yeah, I think, and every time Dallas is mentioned to her mum, she kind of has these flashbacks of it.
Mm,
So my take from what I'd read was that yeah, she how can you have this relationship if every time this dude comes around, her mum is
yeah.
going to relapse and go into
Hmm.
this kind of coma-esque state that they
Okay.
have to try
Maybe
and
I
pull her
did
back from.
understand it then. Yeah. Okay.
Is that how
Um,
you were seeing it, or
yeah, I think
yeah,
so. But I guess it was kind of one of those things of like she's already keeping a lot of secrets from her mum, so I didn't
yeah?
I mean, you know.
Yeah, it's
Um,
I suppose it's the last straw, isn't it, on the back
yeah,
that would
yeah.
break.
And yeah, so it's worse with her mum because it was so volatile. And I think by the end you realise that Lacey herself made it worse because she kind of tried to direct her mum to finding the truth out, and that then like caused a problem
Yeah,
with her, her brain. And they had to redo it or something. And so
yeah,
it's really volatile. Her mum's really on edge. She's also really on edge because she's quite freaked out by the whole vampires and werewolves coming
yeah,
to
yeah,
light
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Bless her. That it was like really bittersweet kind of
Mm.
comedy with that because she's like constantly saying to Lacey,
Have you got your
you know,
garlic? Got your
yeah, have
garlic?
you
Get
got
your
your
silver. You got
garlic?
your silver.
Yeah,
You're
this
all
is
good. You're
it.
going out of the
She
house with your
really,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, she's
Mm.
so worried about her, and Lacey's like literally a werewolf.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's
I can
like,
smell them coming. It's fine.
yeah. Um, yes. So this whole like, I mean, why Lacey? Why Lacey did you pick to sleep with Ethan? I mean, obviously,
There must be
Ethan.
others other than the seven brothers in
Why?
town.
Why Ethan?
Yeah.
Ethan, why did you pick? Well, actually, you can kind of understand why Ethan did in a little way because I think that was the reason I wasn't very keen on Dallas was that it was clear he was not very welcoming to Ethan
No, when they were kids.
when they were kids and he'd just been adopted into this huge family and was having a lot of problems. And I don't know. I mean, I wonder if that's like a perspective thing. Does it come across because that's the way Ethan saw it? And then for Dallas, he saw it a different way. He saw it like he suddenly became the black sheep, and I didn't really see any evidence of it. I mean, once he
No.
did the big mistake and got shipped off, yes,
Yeah, you could see why he would be used as that.
yeah, but it was clear when he's talking at the beginning of the book about feeling that way, it was like Lacey was like his escape from the family where he already felt like the black sheep. And I guess just because maybe I was won over by how rough Ethan had it, that I just couldn't
Yeah.
help feeling like, really? You know,
Yeah.
like you've just been a bit
Yeah.
of a dick, really, haven't
Mm.
you? So,
So I wonder if the roles were reversed and
mm,
Dallas's book was first, would your thoughts
maybe.
be a bit
Yeah.
different?
Well, I
Because
guess
he
it
does
would
have his moments,
depend.
Dallas,
Oh,
what he does with Lacey.
absolutely.
So you can
Yeah,
see
yeah, yeah.
why, he
Yeah,
brings all the food, and when she's riding the Crimson Wave,
sure.
he's always there for her. And,
Yeah.
he's kind of not a bad guy.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind that at all. I just feel like I didn't like how sorry for himself he felt.
Yeah.
Like with the whole thing. So this is a spoiler for the end of Dark.
Mm.
So
Spoiler.
when they get married, Ethan and
Oh,
Hayden,
yes.
Dallas doesn't turn up. And the reason being is that he's dropped his phone down the toilet. So
Yeah.
he didn't see it on the group chat. And
Yeah.
he's pissed at Ethan for not going and finding him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all of
That,
the
okay.
evidence
Yeah.
of their relationship to date would be like, Ethan would be like, well, clearly he's not going to come,
Yeah.
you know?
And then it's like,
So
why did none of you come on our brother's wedding day?
what? So when we were all there,
In our
you know,
in our suits and stuff.
yeah, exactly. So it's those little things that I just found that he was
Did
like,
they mount a
oh,
bit for you?
that it was just, yeah, he seemed a little whiny man baby about those things. Um, but he did have, like, by the end,
Redeemed
he
himself.
redeems himself by the end, and it goes two ways. You know, Ethan wasn't perfect about what he
No.
did either. Um, but yeah, it does. He's very good with his relationship with AC. You can't really fault that in terms
No.
of that. I think it was just, yeah, it's just how sorry for himself he felt really when, you know, a lot of it was kind of just
Yeah,
your
self-inflicted.
choices, dude.
Mm.
You know.
Nobody
Um,
made you, mate.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, obviously he was a bit traumatized by his dad. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
but that's
which
another
is fair.
story for another
I
day.
feel like they're all traumatized by him. We're
Well,
going to
yeah.
get to the bottom of all of that.
Mm.
Um, so I guess we need to get into plot because I've just gone
Yeah,
on a rant about.
yeah,
Oh,
just
the only other thing I was going to
oh yeah,
say.
no. Let's get all this out of the way first, and
Yeah,
then we'll talk about
sorry.
the rest. No, fine.
Sorry. This is the thing. This is why we don't cover books where it's
Is
like
this why you don't read series in order?
yeah. Yeah, probably. Because I'm like I've like remember everything and hold grudges against characters.
Yeah,
I'm like,
book
no.
27. Seriously, I'm remembering what happened in number two.
Yeah. What, to be honest, it does bug me. It does bug me when there's no like when everybody seems to forget stuff along the way, but it's okay. That isn't the
Okay,
case. Clearly,
it's not okay
everybody's
though, is it?
holding on. Yeah. But yeah, I did feel like because Lacey refers to him as like being like a Thor lookalike. I
Hmm.
wondered if that was a little bit of the inspiration going on there, a Thor Loki dynamic with him and Ethan.
Ooh,
Did you pick up on
it
that?
could be. No, I did know that she called him Thor. I didn't
Well,
put the
because
two
like
together.
Ethan's even adopted like
Yes,
Loki.
he. That would have
So,
been a fantastic line to drop in at some point.
and I think it's probably quite telling that
Oh,
if that was the framework, I am more of a Loki
oh,
fan.
yeah, same, yeah.
And and it's questionable because he's, you know, just as bad if not worse. But there's always more sympathy for Loki than there is for
Yeah, there
Thor.
always is.
Yeah. I mean in the first film, like obviously Thor's fine after that, really. Mostly.
Mostly.
He's all right. One more crime that Dallas commits. Okay, it's just one. Flip-flops. What the
Oh, he's
hell?
always in flip-flops. Yeah.
What the hell with the flip-flops? I mean, even Lacey thinks that. She's
Yeah.
like, dude, no. But
Yeah. Well,
okay.
you're the one having sex with him, love. Come on. You could at least bin them.
Yeah, just makes him a well-rounded character, I guess. He's
It's
very
just,
good at
yeah.
cooking.
Mm.
You know.
In his flip-flops. He probably should be wearing proper shoes while you're cooking, I'd
You would
imagine.
think, is that
Yeah.
hygienic? You must take them off and put on proper
Three-star rating.
shoes in the actual restaurant, surely.
Hopefully.
I would
They do
hope.
barbecue a lot, so yeah. Yeah. Wear them
Yeah,
outside. It's fine.
lot of barbecue. How did you feel about all of the food mentions? Because you're not that into food in books, are you?
No, I'm not a big foodie. Yeah, it was all right. Yeah,
It's
it's just
alright.
I just go through it. I was like, I bet that tastes nice. Anyway, the
Yeah.
cupcakes were more my liking. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
there's a
that was, there were some of them were a little bit. I'm not a salted caramel person. I'm bog standard food. If you want to give me cake,
mm,
give me chocolate cake, give me carrot cake. If you start putting
mm.
salted caramel with a hint of matcha, you've lost me.
I was talking to the kids about this because we're watching Junior Bake Off, and I say I
Mm.
actually prefer what the Junior Bake Off do to the adults because they just stick with like good
Oh,
flavors
yes,
a
yeah,
lot of the time, the kids.
yeah. I
You
put some
sometimes
poppy
get
seeds on
something a little
for.
bit, yeah, a little bit of yeah, something a bit, different. But the adults are always trying so hard to come up with
To
like
just, yeah, they put a
amazing,
twist on something.
yeah,
Yeah,
amazing twists, and I'm just like,
I've got
oh,
this
really?
meringue and I put a sausage in it.
Mm.
Not
No.
literally.
Yeah, yeah.
What's
Um,
that? I can't even say it. Naju sausage. Everybody's putting that in
oh, I
everything.
don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I've missed
I've
that.
absolutely just trashed that word. I'm so sorry. Any Spanish
Oh,
people here.
okay. No,
I won't even
not sure
pronounce any
about that.
others.
Okay. So, plot.
Mm,
Yes.
there is some.
That was the kind of going
That
into
was
it,
the.
the relationship basis thing going on. I've said my piece. It's okay. I'm done with
Yeah, we're
Dallas now.
fine.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So they are what happens first? The vampires attack the ranch, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah. So they are. So the two are together and they're still really good friends, aren't they? So they're seeing each other a
Mm.
lot
They
and
call each other best
together a
friends
lot.
anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so where do we start? Yeah, so they get attacked and I'm trying to think. Yeah, because they don't know what. So it's the two of them out. The cameras are all going a bit haywire, aren't they? So
Mm,
they've got
yeah.
cameras all around the ranch, and they keep going a bit glitchy all throughout. And yeah, they go out to figure out what's going on, and the vampires come. And as we discussed in the first one, that they have this thing where they can just sort of take people away,
Mm-hmm.
and they do that with Lacey.
Yes.
And yeah, obviously Dallas is a bit, oh no, can't get it back ever. But yeah, it seems that yeah,
It's all
that was
right.
a bit
She's
weird.
dropped off not too far.
Yeah, yeah,
They-
and it did. Yeah, that was a bit questionable. Oh, look, there she is. But
Yeah.
yeah, so she's there in everybody's heads, and then so with through the pack link, but then all of a sudden she
Mm,
drifts out, and they
yeah.
don't know what's going on. In theory, that means she's either dead or dying.
Mm.
So
So it's a bit
yeah, so
scary, but
yeah,
then she's literally there,
yes,
and a vampire is fed from her, and he disappears off.
mm-hmm.
And it just seems like basically her werewolf has been
Is
completely
gone.
suppressed.
Mm.
Yeah, she said she still can still feel it there, but it's just like distanced. All of her like
Yeah, it's like underwater, isn't
extrasensory,
it?
yeah, is gone. And yeah, they need to find out what is what is happening with that. The vet comes in, lovely vet. Who? Right, I have looked forward at the pairings going
Oh,
forwards
is
because
there a
we had
match?
theories. No,
Oh,
vet
is there
doesn't get
not?
one.
Oh,
Not that I unless I misremembered her name. Um, because the only one in the future books that has a character, has a love interest, which I don't believe we've met yet, is August.
um,
He
yeah,
seems to
he's
have
not been
somebody.
mentioned much yet, has he?
Not
He's little
much. And
sci-fi,
he was
little
even
tech wizard.
quieter in this one. He seems to be always
Yes,
sort of at a distance. Um, yes, and I was right about Cal. I saw
you're
that.
right.
My theory that I had for him, who he was gonna match up
Oh,
with.
yes.
And you were right about Brody.
Oh, with yes, with
Yes. Yes.
What's the
I
face?
mean, I don't know
Yeah,
why we're saying this, but I've gone
yeah,
all,
yeah. Come back
hello,
to the light.
come back. Why is it gone?
I
Come
don't
on.
know. It just see my
That's so
lovely face.
strange.
Yeah,
It's all
Brody
right.
in London
There we go.
is the one we're looking at.
Yes. I was going to
Hmm.
say, yeah, we don't really need to be circumspect
Well,
about
we'll
that
be chatting
because the
about it in a little
blurbs
bit,
are
won't we? So,
there. It's
yeah.
like, yeah. Um, yes. So the vet
But yeah,
comes
yeah,
to
because
figure
yeah,
out what's
nothing's
happened.
happened. She was bitten, but
Mm,
they're like, well, what was there like a aerosol? Was there something? And she's like,
yeah.
no,
Mhm.
there's nothing. It's gone.
Yeah.
So it's all a bit weird.
So yeah, they don't know what's going on with that. And to begin with, they want to kind of quarantine the two of them,
Of course they
but that
do.
doesn't really seem to last very long.
No,
It
does it a
lasts as
day
long
before
as
she's
it
off?
needs to be for them to shag, basically. Like,
Yeah, is it 20 minutes?
yeah, this is it. They were like, that should do it. We'll sort them out. The brothers are just sick of all this. I mean, they would
All the
be. They would be
bickering. Yeah.
so sick of it.
But
They'd
this
be,
is it from 17 all the way through.
yeah. I mean, they do this whole pranking thing as well on each other.
Oh, yes, between each other.
Yeah,
Oh,
like who's got the time? Young
yeah, too
people, I
much.
guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Like young people
Single
in love.
people.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, ah, back to those heady days.
Yeah, so they do a lot of pranks on each other. They adopt a cat together. I don't know
Yes.
why that happened. I missed that somehow.
Oh,
What?
well,
Did she
no, they
find the
find the
cat?
cat. They find the
Oh,
cat in the
okay, that was
bakery.
it.
Yeah, the cat's in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bakery,
It
and
just
she's
comes
like,
into a bakery.
yeah.
Okay,
I'd
fair
imagine.
enough.
I was going to say, I'd imagine there's mice, and that's a whole other issue.
Yeah. People need to get the food inspectors around in this town.
Flip
Seriously.
flops and mice and
Honestly.
cats.
Yeah. Not to mention the werewolves. I mean,
Yeah, well, yeah.
with these high viral loads, I mean, I don't know. Should they be?
Oh,
I don't know. Oh,
well, he has. So
yeah. And they're running the coffee shop too. You can't go anywhere in this town.
there's weirdly not a fireman. There's a policeman. You'd imagine they'd have a fireman
Yeah.
as well, but they don't.
Don't know. Oh.
Unless somebody's like moonlighting as a fireman. West
Yes.
is moonlighting as many things. I have to say, did you get towards the end of the book and like, God damn it, I do really want West book now?
Yeah, I've already started Westbook
Of course you
because I
have.
like West. Yeah, I do like West, and like you get quite a lot. So his match is going to be Topher.
Yeah, we've not even mentioned
Yeah,
Tofi yet, and he's like the main linchpin in this.
yeah. So something very odd is going on with Topher.
Hmm.
Um, in that there's been this Bond thing, which I guess we can go into more when we do their book,
Hmm.
maybe, unless you want to go into it
No,
now.
I'd say, yeah, it's the basic. So the vampires seem to want him. Everything that
Yeah,
happens when the vampires are appearing, Topher is there.
yeah,
And it's like, yeah, they keep asking for him as it goes on. It's like, if you give him to us, that's what
mm,
this will end. And like,
yeah,
why? It's like, he'll tell you he knows. It's like,
yeah.
oh, okay.
So
But
there's
he
some
won't
kind
tell.
of secret thing going on with Totha. He obviously was in captivity with the
Yeah.
vampires and, treated really, really badly. Um, and the family have decided they have offered to look after him. Um, which he's not keen on
Yeah,
because
he's
they
not
keep
very
trying
happy
to
about that.
escape,
Mm-hmm.
and they keep like dragging him back. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, and for West, he's like, why do you keep trying to get back? Like, it seems like he's trying to get back to the vampires, which is crazy. Like, why
Yeah,
would you
after
do
he's been
that?
like a slave for.
Yeah. So there's much confusion
Mm.
going on about that stuff. But yeah, some kind of secret thing is going on with Topher and the vampires, and he so because he's been so mistreated for quite a long time, he wasn't able to even talk about it. But Cal, the resident werewolf psychologist, has said he's all right now. So
Yeah,
he's just keeping
yeah,
stum
he's
because he
getting
wants
there.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how technical that is. I'm not sure if
We'll find out in Cal's book, I'm sure.
we will. We will. How does he know? Maybe he's got a special power. And you were right, they're twins. That got
Mm.
mentioned
Oh,
at
are
the
they? Ah.
beginning of West's book. It's mentioned very briefly, but I was like, they must have only mentioned that like once, and I did not pick up
And
on
I
it.
picked up on it.
Yeah.
Damn.
What this
That's
is why
weird.
it works. I pick up on
Mm,
some stuff, you pick up on other stuff, and
mm.
together we kind of give people a clear picture. I don't know. Yes. Awesome. So they've shagged and they're
Mm,
out of quarantine and
hmm.
the vampires are coming.
Yes.
Um, so there is another incident that goes on in at the edge of the town, and again, like you say, it's the cameras going on and off, and they go out to investigate, and then a bomb goes off.
Yeah.
Um, and it later on, it's basically the werewolves are being framed by the vampires, is what it appears to be,
Yes.
to try and make them, come across as more dangerous, um, which is not great for the werewolves, obviously. And there's some discussion that goes on about returning some of the family's memories, like the families of werewolves that have been turned, so that it can kind of improve
Yeah.
the,
Relations.
yeah,
PR.
like be like, well, these are just normal people who happen to have been turned and they're fine and they're still integrated in society in your lives.
Yeah.
And there's like a bit of push pull about that with like the council and stuff. But obviously Lacey is very keen on that happening because she just wants her mum to know the truth so that she can
Yeah.
live her life happily and have a relationship with Dallas, I
Hmm.
guess.
Yes, which comes into account
Hmm.
not long after this.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. So how much more plot do you want to go into?
Well, I was going to say you don't want to delve too far because then you start giving all of the proper spoilers away.
There's
But
proper
yeah,
proper
yeah,
spoilers, yeah.
yeah. So the wolves are also, yeah, the wolves should be working together with the council and
Mm.
everything, but there is, yeah, there is a divide there for
There's
some reason.
definitely, I mean, I guess it's like anything. There's always like twisted reasoning for
Well, yeah,
decisions that are going on. There's power struggles. They
their uncle doesn't
mentioned,
seem like the greatest, does he?
yeah, it's a little bit up and down. You meet their mum in this one. She
Mm,
come like
yes,
obviously you met her in the last book in terms of
brief.
flashbacks that Ethan had, but you didn't meet her in the present, I don't think, if I
No, no,
remember
no.
rightly. But she does. She turns up to Thanksgiving. They have Thanksgiving um out at the house, and yeah, you see a bit of the dynamic. She's an interesting one. Quite, yeah.
Mm,
So the like one of the heads of the council is her brother. And he's the one that's kind of like co-opted River into it because they've got these special powers. Yeah. So
yes.
how you feeling about River after this book? You still like
Yeah,
eager for him?
yeah, very much so. He does seem to be. He's the quiet one, and he's like, yeah, he knows all of the things, and he's keeping everything
Yeah.
under wraps. But he's gonna
What
be a bit of a
happened
dick.
to him? What happened?
Mm,
This is the
yeah,
question because they said when the dad went missing, he was not close enough to
yeah,
have
to do,
sensed it
yeah,
in the pack bond kind of thing. So and then he just changed.
yeah.
So
From what he was doing at,
what
I want to
what
keep saying
happened?
uni. It's not uni at all.
We're
From
definitely going to
yeah,
go on to River's book. Is that
yes,
4 or 5? I
I
think
think
it's
it's
5,
five.
isn't it?
Mm. I
So
think I put it at the end because he's kind of at the younger end of the sibling line. But
yeah.
yeah, he's no,
Mm-hmm.
he's five. I don't even know. Is Brody four?
Brody's 4, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think so. And then August is
And Cal's at the
6 and then
end.
Cal's at the end. Yeah.
Mm. But yeah, any more than that, then I think we're giving away a bit too much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, Topher
definitely.
holds the key we all need to figure out.
Yeah. And yeah, like we said, that's the next book with West. So, I mean, that's
Yes.
just one spoiler that is there. He's not going to
Mm.
die. So that's good.
Mm. Yeah, yeah,
You can have that as a spoiler because that's a positive spoiler.
yeah. And
We don't
Dallas and
mind that.
Lacey get a happily ever after because it's romance, so that's
Because
all
it's
good.
romance. It's never
Mm.
a spoiler. Yeah.
No.
Um, you did mention as well with all of the council stuff, there also appears to be a mole. that is
Yes,
there's a
yes.
mysterious mole.
Yeah. So
Um,
was it? I don't know if I copped it that they've so the cameras that are going, they've
mm,
gone to check on some, and then somebody calls it in and goes, "Yeah, we've got other cameras."
yeah,
And so they've not told everybody, have they? So even all
yes,
the brothers are keeping secrets from each
from
other
each
as
other.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
not just River with the council, but I think
yeah,
was
when it
August involved in
happened,
it.
I think August and River put in some
Mm,
more cameras, like they doubled up.
yeah, but they
Um,
haven't told the council
but
that
they
they're
they
there.
didn't tell the council and they didn't tell some of the other brothers until
Mm.
like Dallas were like, "How did you know this was
Yeah,
happening?"
how can you see
It's
us?
like, "Oh, because I can see you on the other
Yeah.
camera." So yeah, just spying on you there.
But who do you think
Um,
the mole is? Have you got any idea? Or do you think it's just going to be a random?
yes, I do have an idea, and I'm going to talk to
Oh,
you about
yay!
that afterwards. I've got an idea for that, and I've got
Spoilers,
a thing of
not for
another
you.
theory about another thing. Well, it's kind of linked, but yeah. So I could be way, way off. I already had one theory that didn't really
I
happen.
could the theory made sense, but yeah, it was
Yes,
not the
yeah,
correct one in this
this
instance.
is it. It is very much that kind of thing with this. You will be like,
Oh, guessing.
oh, why is that? Who's this?
Mm.
Why are they doing? Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that.
Mm.
And you will be like, yeah, your little brain will be whirring to
Mm.
try and figure it all out. Um,
I
who
will
else
say
was
I
there?
did feel for Mum. I don't. This isn't really spoilery. When Mum went out with
Yeah,
that chap, and then
yeah,
she's
yeah.
like bumped into her daughter, so her daughter now knows she's dating somebody, and both of the wolves are
Hmm.
like, "Mum, you're going out with a werewolf." She just didn't have a clue. I'm like, "Oh,
No, she
that's
had
such
no
a
clue. It
shame."
it triggered a really bad episode for her, which was
Yeah.
kind of yeah. But
Well,
he
he
seemed
didn't.
it
The
was really
werewolf
nice.
didn't. But
Yeah,
yeah, the
he
fact
was
that
fine. It was
Dallas was there.
Dallas. It was Dallas.
Well, yeah, I was like,
He's
oh, and he
triggering.
did seem
No, it's
really nice.
just to me.
Yeah. Another thing about Dallas, we just have to mention.
No,
No, but he
no.
really was his. What's his? I want to say Simon, but I don't know if
I
that's
want
his name.
to.
But he
It's
was
definitely an
really
S.
nice.
It's a Sean or a Shane or a Simon or a something like
Something
that.
like that. Yeah, he was nice. I
Yeah,
liked him.
we like
Hopefully,
him.
he comes back. Not
I
as the
think so.
mole. Don't do
Yeah.
that. Don't do
No,
that.
he's in the Austin pack, so he might
Yeah,
turn
he's.
up in book three because I think they're a little bit they because I've started it. They're in Austin, so I think
Yes.
maybe
Well, I'm
and
guessing into book four because London is part of that, or was part
yes,
of that pack
all of
until
the
they kicked her out in
problems
book one.
going on there.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I think the only other thing I can think of mentioning that I liked was Lacey and Hayden making
Oh, getting
friends,
back together. Getting
getting
back
making
together.
making
Yeah, making
peace.
friends. Yes.
Yes,
It's one
like
of those things, yeah, the boys messed it up because they probably would have got on really, really well had they met as
yeah,
individuals.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily have like got. Oh yeah, they're very
Yeah, yeah,
different,
bestest friends. Yeah.
but
But I think they would have
they do
bounced off
get
each
along.
other.
Yeah, they
Mm.
get along, and that develops throughout the book, which was nice to see. Yeah,
Yeah, we
that
don't want all the women being bitches to each other. It's just, yeah, we've
no,
been through that stage in life. We don't need it. It's fine.
no, 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 no. And the last thing, which kind of links to what I said about Thor and Loki thing, is um it's not like a warning to people, but just that it was the first book was written in like 2019. There were a
Hmm.
lot of Harry Potter references, which I
There
don't
are.
think, they don't date well, unfortunately, because people aren't as keen about hearing about it anymore.
Hmm.
But it's not just Harry Potter. There's a lot of pop culture
Yes.
references throughout it all. So you got that, and what else do you get? You get Twilight and
Yes.
stuff. There's some mentions of that, like sort of tongue in cheek stuff. So yeah, I just thought you very much feel the time that it was written, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is not a bad thing. It's.
No, no. If you can kind of see it as the entity that it is and remove the
Yeah.
problem, you can
Well,
just kind of, yeah.
I'm imagining that will probably fact quite a bit as one of West is a teacher, but he also writes fan fiction, doesn't he?
Yes. Oh,
So
you,
we will
you just, yeah. You can't get any more clickbaity for authors, can you? Well, any
yeah.
fantasy flash fiction. I can't speak. Fantasy fiction at night. There we go.
Yes. So I think that's probably a good note to end on
To
because
end
it's
it on.
leading in
Mm.
to Western Topher. Oh, I hope I enjoy them because I'm looking
Mm.
forward to them.
Yes,
So
so much.
yeah, there's a lot of tension between those two.
They're
I
very
think
good.
it will be different as well because although we've seen a build of their relationship into that book, it's not it's not like a second chance romance, which the first two have been.
Yes, very much
So,
so.
yeah,
Yeah, I
which
wonder
kind of
where it's
makes
going to go.
sense, I think. I think the second chance romances kind of give you an opportunity to like sort of shortcut to the romance a little bit in amongst a lot of world building.
Yeah.
And then, like, yeah, so you can start to understand, see the romances happening more in real time.
I think if you've got like a small town kind of setting, if you didn't have a second
Yeah.
chance romance, people would be very upset because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
got to be.
I like second chance romances
Mm,
because you get to unpick it all, don't you? And see where it
all the
went wrong. And
carnage,
yeah.
the
Wow.
miscommunication. There's always some miscommunication somewhere
Which
in there.
we know
Mm,
from last season that we actually love. So
we really do. We really
yeah.
do. We'll shut our faces when it comes to saying things about things because we're
Yeah,
big old hypocrites.
exactly. Okay. Yes. So join us next week
Join
and
us.
we will be doing the last book in this series, even though we are probably going
It's
to read on
really
in
not
the series.
bound.
It's Bound. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, maybe there'll be bondage. Bye.
Ooh. Bye.